millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands, multiple billions, all that stuff, it all comes back down to basic math and basic principles and basic strategies. And I'm going to take you behind the scenes of how to break through these ceilings. And literally, if you follow the stuff, if you implement on the things that I'm sharing with you today, I promise you will learn how to turn your annual income into your monthly income. So for those of you who have annual goals, if you have an annual goal to make $1 million, how about we stretch that $1 million annual goal to $1 million in a month? I didn't even know that something like that was possible. Like, it's so very, 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 it's more possible when you operate at the highest level of value, when you operate at the highest level that allows you to do business with premium buyers like the government and premium buyers like corporations who already have the money to give to you, right? So if your annual goal is to make $250,000 in a year, that's $250,000. Well, Miss Gloria, you guys have heard me talk about Miss Gloria Miller Epps, who landed her first government contract that was $250,000. Period. One contract, right? And then you contract stat. How many contracts is it going to take for you to be able to replace your annual income? You have to do the math, right? You have to make math work for you. Geometry, trigonometry, like all that stuff that we learn. And we're like, how do we and the first thing, of course, as kids, especially these days, kids are so so just like mouthy. They be like, what am I gonna do with geometry? How is that gonna help me in life? Well, it takes you back to making math work for you. When you become an adult, a responsible adult with goals, all you have to do the math and make it make sense, right? Financially make it make sense, right? So if you can actually pull out a calculator or Google does all the math work for you, all you have to do is like, okay, so what do I need to do? And what rules can I lean on? What standards can I stand on, right? To be able to tap into that type of income to make it work for me, right? So what rules can you lean on? You can lean on micro purchase, the rules of micro purchases, and how the government has, every agency has a P card and they can purchase things that are up to $10,000. So one swipe at a time, right? 12 of those, 12 of those. 12 of those, 12 of those a month, right? Or you can lean on simplified acquisitions, right? Up to $250,000. Well, one contract. Well, what type of value can I bring to the table that'll allow me to have one contract for a month at $250,000? What do I need to be delivering at? So what type of a service can I position myself to sell that will allow me to be able to do the billing, right? So you do the math and then you do the billing. You itemize the billing to make it match the math, right? So it's just all these different concepts. This is real. So if you want to know how not only myself have been able to, turn my annual income, I'm just saying, like, into my monthly income, like, all glory to God. It's these concepts. It's the thought process. It's the one thing that most people don't want to do. Think. Most people don't think. They don't want to think for themselves. Most people don't strategize. Most people don't want to strategize. Most people don't want to learn from other people. Now, here's the biggest thing that I think the greatest block that I believe from what I've seen holds entrepreneurs back from being able to have these type of results in life, in business, in relationships, or whatever. Like, they come to the table with the know-it-all curse. I know it all. I don't need to know all this stuff. Just show me, just give me the result. I don't need to know anything else. I think I know it all. But if you know it all and don't have the results, that is a pure indication that you don't know it all. There's something missing. There's something that you need to learn. And sometimes you have to get out of your own way and allow a person who's actually achieved it to show you the steps and to show you where the gaps are and to help you bridge those gaps, right? So for some of you that's been following me for like 2, 3, 5 years, and you have not yet turned your annual income into your monthly income, you have to understand that you need some help. So, and what we do, and here's what we do, we help people go through the qualifications process of how to land a premium buyer. It starts with the basics, right? If you don't understand what it takes and who you need to be and who you need to become and what you need to have in order to first get yourself in the door, that's a huge problem. And so, what we're doing is we're bridging the gap. Here, we're bridging the gap. We have a lot of things going on. Like, we're bridging the gap to show more people how to create wealth in their business, to show more entrepreneurs how to turn their annual income into their monthly income, right? And when you see how it works, right? Once you learn something, that's the great thing about learning. Once you know how to do it, you can do it over. You can do it over. You can do it over and over and over again. All you have to do is learn it one time. That simple strategy becomes your blueprint, and you'll never have money as a mental block again. Like, you'll never have money or lack of money again. It'll never be a problem again because you know you'll learn how to print money on demand. The thing is, we're helping people bridge the gap to creating wealth with their business. So this is why I coined myself to be a wealth creator. It's all about the thought process. It's all about understanding. It's all about strategies. It's all about making the things that exist work for you. You have to become the person who's willing to walk through, who's willing to forget everything that you thought you knew so you can pick up the things that you need to know that's blocking you and preventing you from turning your annual income into your monthly income. So you learn these things during our 5-day challenge. We're helping more people who want it, who are ready to take action, who are open-minded, right? To actually bridge the gap. And I promise you, not only are you going to know exactly how to attract the premium buyer, because creating wealth is not something that you get. Creating, like, wealth is not something that you have, right? Somebody type that in the chat. Wealth is not something that you have. Wealth is something that you attract.